Hello everyone, welcome back to the course Autodesk Fusion 360 for beginners. And in this lesson, we're going to design a two Spur Gear system. So to start, we'll start by setting the type of design, and as usual, we'll select hybrid design and create new. Now we are in the solid workspace, so we can change to utilities by selecting utilities, and then we can go to scripts and add in this case and select it. And now we just need to scroll down until we find Spur Gear, which is this one, and then we can click it, and then we'll see that we have to generate a gear in this case. So to start, we can keep the pressure angle as 20, and if yours is not 20, you can just change it here to 20, and make sure that standard is set to metric, not to English but metric. And the model, we want to set it as 2, and the number of teeth for the first one we want 18, and the gear thickness we want it to be 3, and the whole diameter we also want it as 3. And we'll see that we are unable to generate our gear until now. That's due to the root fillet, which it has to be less than 1.2. So now we can change these two, which is here, for the root fillet to 1, and then keep this as 18 is the number of teeth of the first gear, 18, and then we can click OK. And now we can go again to scripts and add in and click it, and then scroll down again until we find Spur Gear again, and click it once, and now everything is already set. So make sure that the pressure angle is the same for both of them, and also the model. That's what will allow us to make the motion that we want for this lesson. So the model, it has to be the same, the pressure angle as well. These two are the most important in this case. Now we just want to change the number of teeth to 12, and you'll see that another things are also the same, like the whole diameter is also 3, and the gear thickness is also 3, and the root fillet is also 1. Now we can click OK, and now the gear is already generated. There are 2 gears actually. So now we can go back to the solid workspace, and now we want to take this gear out of the bigger one. So we can use move or copy, and then click it, and then we just want to select the gear that is in the inner part. In this case, this one, we want to select it, and we want to move it to the right. And to have this distance between these 2 gears, we have to first divide the number of teeth of the first one by 2, and also for the second one in this case. So by dividing and then summing them, we can have the distance between these 2 centers, which is in this case 30. And I'll give the calculations in the video description, and you can see and go through it in this case. So it has to be 30 in this case. And now we want to align it a little bit. These teeth in this case, I want to align it just a little bit. Just a little bit in this case. Okay. And don't forget to make sure that the distance between these 2 is set to 30 in this case. And then we can click OK. So that's it for the 2 gears in this case. Now we can go to the toolbar and select create a sketch, and then we just need to select this part to create a sketch there. That's just the house of our gears in this case. So now we can go to the toolbar and select point rectangle, and then we just need to set in a random point, let's say in this point, and set the height as 50, and click in our keyword in tab to also set the width as 75, and then we can click OK. Now we can use sketch dimension tool and select this corner, and now in the center of this Spur Gear, the big one in this case, and set and click in our mouse to set the dimension to 25, and now we can click OK. And also we want to do the same starting with this line and also the center as well, and we want to set it to 25 as well, and then we can click OK. Now that's how they are in this case. So now we want to use the center diameter cycle to create two cycles in this case. So you can come here first and set a cycle of 2.8, and then click OK, and again use the center diameter cycle and use in the center of this one, but as this one is not in the center like this one, we can first project it or use sketch dimension tool to have its center point, and then we can select and create ribbon. Now you can use center diameter again and start in the middle point and set as 2.5, and now we can click OK. And now I want to use offset, so we can select offset. Now we just need to select this rectangle that we've created, and we want to add an offset of just -2. In this case it has to go in inner direction in this case. Now we can click OK, and now we can finish the sketch. So now we want to extrude it. So first let's hide our gears a little bit, just hide them, both of them in this case. And now we want to select extrude, and then select this part and also this part as well, and also these two cycles that we've created, both of them if you want to, because we've got two of them in this case, the outer one and the inner one. So make sure that you select both of them and then extrude, go in downwards direction, in this case -1, and then click OK. Now our sketch has vanished. It's just hiding, so we can go to our browser and expand it and unhide it. So now we just need to select this part and extrude, and also select the two cycles that we've created, this one and also this one as well. So we want to extrude it to 3, so we can move it upwards until it gets to 3, or we can set manually as 3, and then make sure that the operation is set to join, and then we can click OK. Now we can hide our sketch. So now we can unhide also the two gears that we've created. So those are them in this case. So now we can convert this body to component because that's how we do when we want to start applying joints. So we can click in the right with our mouse and then select create components from bodies. So that's already converted to a body, so to a component in this case. So now we can click it 3 times to change the name to base because that's our base, just to organize in this case, and then click OK. So that's our base in this case. So now our base is already converted to component. So that's all set for this lesson in this case. So in our next lesson, we'll be assigning the joints in this case. So that's all for this lesson, and I hope you stay tuned so that you don't miss the next lesson, because you'll see how the gears will behave. In this case, we'll see their mechanism in this case. So thank you all for being here until now, and I hope to see you all in the next lesson. And please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to our channel so that you don't miss any upcoming lesson. Thank you all, and peace.